Hey everybody, this is Professor Hatch. I am here to talk about, I guess, Craft Essay 1, going off the lazy man's title card there, which is literally just Microsoft Word. Because I don't want to learn new things. I didn't want to learn how to make a title card for a YouTube video. Anyway, let's go over to, we don't need to see that crap. Let's go over here. Craft Essay number 1. So this is in response to Natalie Diaz's poem, I Watch Her Eat the Apple, which you'll notice that I linked to here on the assignment itself, which will take you to that poem somewhere on the web. In any case, I'm assuming you've got the book, whether you bought it or borrowed it from someone or stole it off the internet or whatever. No judgment, however you get the book, I don't care. In any case, at this point, if you were there for the day that we discussed this in class, you should be painfully familiar with this poem now. But in any case, as the name implies, a craft essay is an essay where you analyze a poem not for meaning, but for technique. Diaz accomplishes quite a bit with this poem, and the objective of this essay is for you to explore how she accomplishes it through her writing. This essay is going to require that you do all of the following. And for these next 4 bullet points, I would treat the first 3 of them as, I would treat each of these first 3 items as 1 paragraph, basically. And you'll see that there are word counts after each of these. Those word counts are just approximations. As long as you get somewhere near that, that'll be fine. Number 1, please explain how Diaz makes something as mundane and ordinary as eating an apple seem sexually appealing. Maybe you think it's romantically appealing. I personally am seeing strong sexual overtones. I think I think the context of this poem is desire. Personally, I think it's sexual desire, but whatever. Anyway, approximately 250 words. How does she make something as boring as eating an apple seem sexually appealing or desirous? In any case, number 2, why might Diaz choose to make eating an apple seem sexually appealing? There could be several reasons. Pick one and analyze it. That's approximately 500 words. Number 3, in your own life, and obviously please use examples, only use examples that you are comfortable sharing with me. I don't want you to feel as though you have to share some painful truth or some painful memory. Please don't do that. In your own life, what mundane action might there be that is more than it seems on the surface? And for example, maybe washing your hands, especially in these last 3 years of COVID, maybe washing your hands makes you feel safe. Maybe braiding your child's hair makes you feel connected to your family and heritage. The washing the hands things, this assignment predates COVID, but boy, does that make a lot more sense now. And then explain what the connection is between the mundane action and the feeling it gives you and what its significance is. And that should be approximately 100 words. And then number 4 is, now that you've written about these techniques that you've used by Diaz in this poem, write your own poem in which you use the same technique to show the answer you gave for number 3. There's no word requirement there. No word count requirement there. I don't know, what is the old saying? I'm sure by the time you're watching this video, you'll have heard me say this a few times in class. Good artists borrow, great artists steal. So the goal here is for you to be stealing a technique that Diaz uses and use it for a poem of your own creation. No less than 750 words for this essay, please. It's not a traditional essay. It doesn't have to be 5 paragraphs. It doesn't really need a conclusion or an intro. Just, think of each of these bullet points as their own thing. And then obviously for number 4, that if you want to just make it a block of text in a paragraph, you can. You can also break it up into 30 different stanzas. It's whatever you want to do. The only source you're allowed to use for this essay is Diaz's poem. There's no other source required or allowed. You don't need a works cited page because I already know the source you're using. Standard college level grammar, spelling, punctuation. And for those of you who are, I don't think I need to share my screen anymore. For those of you who are, for those of you for whom spelling, punctuation, and grammar is not like your natural strength, and there, by the way, I mean, that's probably most people, you know, use Grammarly, use spell check. You have tools out there that will help you with this. So please use those tools. And then if you are not confident, I'm going to share my screen one more time. If you are not 100% sure how to format your essay using correct MLA formatting, which is another requirement of this essay here under number 4, right here, English 3010 essay template, and you can literally just download this, import it into Google Docs if you don't use Microsoft Word, and obviously nothing should be all caps, but I put that there for emphasis. Replace student name with your name, last name with your last name, the assignment due date with the actual date, essay title. If you don't have an essay title, then call it craft essay number 1. Titles are kind of my enemy, so I get that. Don't worry about that. And then, you know, start writing your essay. You don't need a works cited page, so you can delete that. And yeah, there you go. So there should be no excuse for any formatting issues. Bare minimum, like I really want these to be MLA formatted essays. Excuse me. If you're not sure how to cite, how to quote poetry in MLA format, if you're not sure how to cite poetry in MLA format, please go to the Purdue Owl and look that up, or just Google how to quote and cite poetry MLA, and you'll get probably a Purdue Owl MLA link. But whatever link, you know, just look up the rules for doing that. But the bare minimum for formatting, 12-point Times New Roman, 1-inch margins, double spaced text. If it's single spaced, I'm not even going to read it because my eyes are old and shitty, and I don't want to torture my eyes like that. So anyway, I think this is everything I need to say about this essay. Hopefully this is useful to you while you're working on this at 3 a.m. or whenever. And of course, whenever you're working on this, whether it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m., if you have questions, send me a text on Remind. Literally 24/7, you can text me on Remind. And if it's 3 a.m., I'm going to be asleep unless I'm suffering from insomnia that night, in which case I'll respond. But probably I'm going to be asleep, but I will get back to you in the morning. Okay. Okay, I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said. I will talk to you in the next video.